Discipline is the foundation of every success you'll ever have. It's the driving force that turns your dreams into reality and helps you overcome every obstacle. Without discipline, you can have all the talent and ideas in the world, but they won't take you far. It's the ability to stick with something day after day, no matter how hard it gets, that leads to real results. The truth is, success doesn't happen overnight. It takes focus, determination, and the courage to keep pushing even when things feel tough. If you're ready to take control of your future, if you're ready to stop making excuses and start taking action, this video is for you. You'll learn how to master your habits, eliminate distractions, and build the mental strength to achieve your goals. Stay tuned, because your journey to greatness starts now. Number 1, master your daily habits to shape your future success. Success is not some big, mysterious event that happens overnight. It's not luck, it's not talent, and it's not just about having big dreams. Success is built in the small, quiet moments of your daily life, the things you do when nobody's watching. Your habits, the ones you repeat every single day, shape your future. They decide whether you're moving forward or standing still. They are either working for you or against you. And the truth is, if you don't control your habits will control you. That's why mastering your daily habits is everything. Think about it. Every successful person you admire didn't wake up one day and suddenly have it all. They built it, piece by piece, through the choices they made every day. The person who wakes up early, exercises, and feeds their mind with knowledge, that person is setting themselves up for success. The person who wakes up late, scrolls endlessly on their phone, and wastes hours on distractions, that person is programming themselves for failure. It's not about one big moment, it's about what you do every single day over and over again until it becomes second nature. If you want to change your life, you have to change what you do every day. Your habits control your energy, your mindset, your discipline, your motivation, everything. The way you spend your mornings, the way you respond to challenges, the way you treat your body and mind, it all adds up. And here's the kicker. It's not the big decisions that make the difference. It's the tiny ones that seem so small in the moment, but create massive results over time. It's choosing to read instead of watching pointless videos. It's choosing to plan your day instead of letting it control you. It's choosing to say no to distractions and yes to your future. Now let's be real. Mastering your habits isn't easy. If it were, everyone would be doing it, but the reason most people fail is that they chase motivation instead of discipline. They wait until they feel like doing something, they start strong but give up the moment it gets hard. That's why you have to make your habits automatic. You have to do them no matter how you feel. You don't negotiate with yourself, you don't let your emotions decide your actions, you train yourself to show up every single day, no matter what. Because once your habits become automatic, success is inevitable. Let's talk about the habits that will truly change your life. First, wake up with purpose. Don't hit snooze. Don't waste your mornings scrolling through nonsense. Get up and take control of your day. Move your body. Exercise isn't just about looking good. It's about building mental strength. When you train your body, you train your mind. Read every day. Feed your mind with knowledge, because the world belongs to those who never stop learning. Plan your day the night before. If you wake up without a plan, you're already behind. Know exactly what you need to do and attack it with full focus. Cut out distractions. Social media, negative people, useless entertainment, these things are stealing your time, your energy, and your future. Take back control. And here's the most important part. Stay consistent. The biggest mistake people make is expecting quick results. They start a new habit, and when they don't see instant success, they quit. That's why so many people stay stuck. They never give their habits enough time to work. But if you stick with it, if you stay disciplined when it's hard, if you show up every single day, the results will come. Not immediately, not overnight, but they will come. Success is just the result of small, smart choices repeated over time. So ask yourself, what habits are you repeating every day? Are they pushing you forward or holding you back? Are they making you stronger or weaker? you have the power to change your life, but it starts with mastering your daily habits. Decide today that you're done wasting time. Decide today that you're going to take full control of your actions, your mindset, and your future. Because when you master your habits, you master your life. And once you do that, nothing can stop you. Number 2. Commit to waking up early to achieve your goals. Your mornings are either setting you up for greatness or silently destroying your potential. If you want to be unstoppable, you must first master the morning. Waking up early isn't just about getting more hours in the day. It's about winning the battle against your own mind before the world even wakes up. It's about taking full control of your life while others are still sleeping. Those who control their mornings control their future. And let me tell you this, every single successful person who has built an extraordinary life, they didn't hit snooze. They didn't roll over and waste the most powerful hours of the day. They got up. They dominated their mornings. They moved with purpose. That's what separates winners from those who keep dreaming but never act. When you wake up early, you're not just gaining extra time. You're tapping into a mindset of discipline that most people never experience. You're programming your mind to prioritize your goals over comfort. You're showing yourself that your dreams matter more than those extra hours of sleep. And that's exactly why waking up early is so powerful. It's not just about productivity. It's about building mental toughness. When you can control the first hours of your day, you can control everything else that follows. Think about this. When you start your day with discipline, clarity, and focus, how do you think the rest of your day will go? Exactly. You're in control, you're ahead of everyone else. You're already winning while the world is still asleep. Now let's be real. Waking up early isn't easy, especially when you're trapped in the habit of staying up late, binge-watching nonsense, or endlessly scrolling through your phone. But here's the truth. The pain of discipline is temporary, but the pain of regret lasts forever. Every time you choose comfort over your goals, you're stealing from your future self. You're delaying your success. You're staying stuck in the same cycle, wondering why nothing changes. But the moment you decide to break free from that, the moment you commit to waking up early and attacking your day, everything shifts. Your energy shifts. Your mindset shifts. Your results shift. And the world starts to work in your favor. If you're serious about achieving your goals, you need to create a morning routine that sets you up for success. When you wake up early, you give yourself time to focus on your vision without distractions. You have time to work on your body, your mind, and your spirit. You have time to plan your day, set your priorities, and get clear on your goals. You're not rushing. You're not reacting. You're in complete control, and that control gives you power. The power to stay focused. The power to make better decisions. The power to stay disciplined when others give up. But here's the thing. Commitment is everything. You can't just wake up early once and expect your life to change. You have to make it a non-negotiable habit. You have to be willing to fight through the fatigue, the doubt, and the temptation to hit snooze. You have to be willing to push through those moments when your mind tells you to quit. And you know what? The more you do it, the stronger you become. Your body adapts. Your mind becomes sharper. Your self-confidence skyrockets because you're proving to yourself that you can do what most people won't. Imagine this. You wake up at 5 a.m. while the world is still asleep. You hit the gym, you feed your mind with knowledge, and you work on your goals with laser focus. By the time the world wakes up, you've already won half the battle. You're already 10 steps ahead. And that energy, that momentum carries you throughout the day. You become unstoppable. Your productivity increases. Your confidence grows. Your life transforms. And guess what? It all starts with that one decision to wake up early and take control of your life. No more excuses. No more waiting for the perfect moment. The perfect moment is now. Set that alarm. Get out of bed when it rings. Push through the resistance. Own your mornings. Because when you master your mornings, you master your life. And when you master your life, success becomes inevitable. Number 3. Eliminate distractions to stay focused on your mission. Your success isn't determined by how hard you work. It's determined by how focused you stay. In a world filled with endless noise, constant notifications, and people trying to pull you in every direction, Your ability to eliminate distractions is what will separate you from everyone else. When your mind is scattered, your energy is drained, and your attention is divided, you can't give your goals the intensity they require. And that's exactly why so many people fail. They're busy, but they're not productive. They're moving, but they're not making progress. Why? Because they've allowed distractions to steal their focus and weaken their discipline. But that ends today. If you truly want to reach the next level in your life, you have to cut out everything that's pulling you away from your mission. No more excuses. No more wasting time. It's time to lock in and dominate. The truth is, distractions are everywhere. Your phone, social media, unnecessary conversations, toxic environments, negative people, they're all stealing your attention and slowing down your progress. And the crazy part, most people don't even realize it. They think they're working hard, but in reality, they're constantly stopping and starting. Their mind is jumping from one thing to the next, and because of that, they never experience deep focus. They never get into that powerful flow state where real breakthroughs happen. But here's the good news. The moment you decide to eliminate distractions and commit to full focus, everything changes. Your productivity skyrockets. Your creativity explodes. Your results multiply. And the best part, you start building unstoppable momentum that no one can break. If you're serious about your mission, you need to protect your mind like your life depends on it, because it does. You can't allow your environment to control you. You can't let notifications pull you out of focus every 5 minutes. You can't keep surrounding yourself with people who drain your energy and distract you from your goals. You have to be ruthless. You have to create a space where your mind can be fully locked in, fully present, fully focused. That means turning off your phone when you work. That means setting boundaries with people who don't respect your time. That means cutting out toxic habits and replacing them with productive routines that push you closer to your goals. And let me tell you something. When you start eliminating distractions, you'll feel uncomfortable. Your mind will crave the dopamine hit from scrolling through your phone. You'll feel tempted to check your messages or respond to every little thing that pops up. But that's exactly where the magic happens. When you resist those urges and train your mind to stay focused, you're building discipline. You're rewiring your brain to stay locked in on what actually matters. And the more you do it, the easier it becomes. You'll start craving that deep focus. You'll start loving the feeling of being fully immersed in your work, and that's when you start making massive progress in a way that others simply can't keep up with. The most successful people in the world, they're not the ones with the most talent or the most resources. They're the ones who mastered their focus. While others were distracted by nonsense, they were locked in. While others wasted time on entertainment, they were building skills. While others got caught up in drama, they were building empires. And that's exactly what you need to do. Stop wasting energy on things that don't serve your mission. Stop letting other people's opinions, social media, and pointless habits steal your attention. You have goals to achieve. You have a future to build. You have a legacy to create. And the only way you'll get there is by eliminating everything that's pulling you away from your vision. Every single day you need to ask yourself, is what I'm doing right now helping me get closer to my goals? If the answer is no, cut it out. Unfollow people who distract you. Delete apps that waste your time. Create a workspace that allows you to stay focused. Block out specific times in your day where you work with zero interruptions. And most importantly, train your mind to stay present. When you're working, work. When you're learning, learn. When you're building, build. Don't let your attention wander. Don't allow your mind to be hijacked by distractions. Own your focus, protect your energy, and watch how fast your life transforms. The difference between those who succeed and those who stay stuck isn't talent or luck. It's focus. The ones who stay locked in, who refuse to be distracted, who show up every single day with full commitment, those are the ones who win. And you have that power within you right now. But it starts with a decision. A decision to stop wasting time. A decision to cut out distractions. A decision to fully commit to your mission and give it everything you've got. Because once you do that, nothing can stop you. Number 4. Push through discomfort to build mental strength. Your breakthrough is on the other side of discomfort. The problem is, too many people avoid the pain, the struggle, and the hard moments that are necessary to grow. They quit when it gets tough. They back down when things feel uncomfortable. But what they don't realize is that discomfort is the doorway to greatness. The moment you push through what feels impossible, that's when you start building real mental strength. That's when you separate yourself from everyone else. Because anyone can work hard when they feel good. Anyone can stay disciplined when things are easy. But true champions are made in those moments when your body is tired, your mind is screaming at you to stop, and everything in you wants to quit, yet you keep going. You need to understand that your mind is wired to keep you comfortable. It's designed to avoid pain and seek pleasure. That's why when you're about to do something difficult, your brain starts making excuses. I'll do it tomorrow. I'm too tired right now. I'm not ready. Sound familiar? That's your mind trying to protect you. But here's the truth. The version of you that you're chasing, the stronger, more confident, more successful version of yourself, that version is only built when you ignore those excuses and push through anyway. When you feel that discomfort, that's a sign you're growing. That's a sign you're stepping out of your comfort zone and stepping into your next level. Whether it's pushing yourself in the gym, grinding through your work when you're exhausted, or staying disciplined when your mind tells you to relax, every time you push through, you're building mental toughness. You're proving to yourself that you're stronger than your emotions, your fears, and your doubts, and the more you do it, the more unstoppable you become. Think about this. The people who dominate in life are not the most talented or the luckiest. They're the ones who have trained themselves to thrive in uncomfortable situations. They've conditioned their minds to embrace the pain, to love the struggle, and to keep going when everyone else gives up. And that mindset is something you can build. It's not about being born mentally tough. It's about training your mind to handle pressure, handle failure, and handle the grind that success demands. You have to stop avoiding the hard things. Stop backing down when you feel uncomfortable. Stop seeking the easy way out. The life you want, the goals you're chasing, the success you're dreaming of, it's all waiting for you on the other side of struggle. But you'll never get there if you keep running from the discomfort. You have to face it head on. You have to be willing to suffer a little, to feel the pain, to push through when your mind and body are screaming at you to stop, because that's where growth happens. That's where strength is built, and that's where you become unstoppable. When you push through discomfort, you're not just building physical strength. You're building discipline, resilience, and mental toughness that will carry over into every area of your life. You'll start to notice that things that used to break you no longer affect you. Challenges that once overwhelmed you now feel like small obstacles. And that's because you've trained your mind to thrive under pressure. You've built the kind of mental strength that allows you to keep going no matter what life throws at you. So how do you do it? How do you train your mind to embrace discomfort? You do it by putting yourself in uncomfortable situations every single day. Wake up earlier than you want to, push yourself harder in your workouts, do the tasks you've been avoiding, have the difficult conversations, take risks, fail and get back up. The more you expose yourself to discomfort, the more you condition your mind to handle it. And over time, that discomfort becomes your strength. It becomes your edge. Most people never reach their full potential because they spend their entire lives avoiding pain. They want the results without the struggle. They want success without sacrifice. But that's not how it works. If you want to achieve something extraordinary, you have to be willing to go through what others won't. You have to push through the days when you're tired, unmotivated, and full of doubt. Because those are the moments that build character. Those are the moments that separate winners from quitters. And here's the thing, once you start pushing through, you'll realize that discomfort isn't something to fear. It's something to chase. Because every time you push through, you get stronger. Every time you fight through the pain, you become more disciplined. And every time you refuse to quit, you move one step closer to your goals. That's the mindset that builds champions. That's the mindset that creates unstoppable individuals. And that's the mindset that will change your life forever. So stop waiting for the right moment. Stop hoping things will get easier. The pain you're avoiding is the very thing that's going to make you great. Embrace it, push through it, and watch how your life transforms. Number 5. Stay consistent with your actions to see lasting results. The truth is, success isn't about getting it right once or twice. It's not about having one productive day or one powerful moment of motivation. Success comes from what you do consistently, day after day, even when you don't feel like it. The difference between those who achieve greatness and those who stay stuck is simple. Consistency. The people who dominate in any field didn't get there overnight. They stayed committed. They showed up when others quit. They put in the work, even when no one was watching. And that's exactly what you need to do. If you want to create lasting results in your life, think about this. Every small action you take today is shaping your future. Every workout, every hour spent learning, every moment of discipline is building the person you're becoming. But the problem is, most people don't stay consistent long enough to see those results. They get excited, they start strong, but when the motivation fades, they give up. They expect instant results. And when things don't happen fast enough, they lose focus. That's why so many people stay stuck in the same cycle year after year. They lack the patience and the discipline to stick with something long enough for it to pay off. You have to understand that consistency is a superpower. It's what allows you to outwork, outlast, and outperform everyone around you. When you commit to showing up every day, regardless of how you feel, you build momentum, you build habits. And those habits create the results you've been chasing. It's not about being perfect. It's about being relentless. It's about doing the work, even when you're tired, even when you're doubting yourself, even when no one else believes in you. That's what separates the successful from those who only wish for success. Imagine this. You go to the gym once and expect to get fit. Impossible, right? But when you go every single day, when you push yourself consistently, when you stay disciplined with your diet and your workouts, your body transforms. It's the same with your mindset. It's the same with your skills. It's the same with your business. Whatever goal you're chasing, it requires daily action. Small steps, repeated over time, lead to massive results. And the crazy part is, most people know this, but they don't stick with it long enough to experience the transformation. They want fast results. They want shortcuts. But the truth is, there is no shortcut. The only way to win is to stay consistent. No matter what, you have to fall in love with the process. Stop obsessing over the results and start focusing on the daily actions that will get you there. Success isn't about one big breakthrough. It's about showing up every day and putting in the work, even when you don't see immediate progress. That's the mindset that builds champions. That's the mindset that creates unstoppable individuals. And that's the mindset you need to adopt right now. Your biggest enemy is your own mind. Your mind will try to convince you that your efforts aren't paying off. Your mind will tell you that you're wasting your time. But that's just the resistance you have to push through. Every successful person you admire went through that same phase. They felt the doubt. They felt the frustration. But they kept going. They kept grinding. And eventually the results showed up. You're not different. You have that same power within you. But you have to be willing to stay in the game long enough to see the rewards. The key is to stop chasing motivation and start building discipline. Motivation comes and goes. It's easy to feel fired up when things are going well. But what about when you're tired? What about when you face setbacks? What about when the results aren't coming as fast as you want? That's when discipline kicks in. Discipline is doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. And when you combine discipline with consistency, you become unstoppable. Every day you stay consistent, you're getting closer to your goals. Even when it feels like nothing is changing, trust the process. You're building strength. You're building resilience. You're becoming the type of person who refuses to quit. And that's what it takes to win. It's not about talent. It's not about luck. It's about relentless consistency. Keep showing up. Keep pushing forward. And I promise you the results will come. Number 6. Control your thoughts to maintain a positive mindset. Your mind is your most powerful weapon. The thoughts you allow to dominate your mind will ultimately shape your reality. When you control your thoughts, you control your life. But the problem is, most people let their minds run on autopilot. They allow negativity, doubt, fear, and anxiety to take over. And guess what happens? Their life reflects that chaos. But you're here right now because you refuse to let that happen. You're ready to take control of your mind and create a positive, unstoppable mindset that will drive you toward success. The truth is, your thoughts are creating your future right now. What you think about, you bring about. If your mind is constantly filled with negativity, you'll attract negative situations. If you're always doubting yourself, you'll hesitate on opportunities. If you're stuck in fear, you'll never take action. But when you flip that script and start feeding your mind with powerful positive thoughts, everything changes. You start seeing opportunities instead of obstacles. You start believing in yourself. You start taking action with confidence, and that's when your life starts to transform. You have to understand that your mind is like a garden. Whatever you plant in it will grow. If you plant seeds of positivity, self-belief, and confidence, that's what will flourish. But if you allow weeds of doubt, fear, and negativity to take root, they will choke out your potential. So you have to become the master gardener of your mind. You have to guard your thoughts and make sure you're feeding your mind with empowering, uplifting ideas every single day. Now, controlling your thoughts doesn't mean you'll never have negative ones. That's impossible. Your mind will always try to pull you back to old patterns, especially when you're stepping out of your comfort zone. But the key is awareness. When that negative thought pops up, catch it. Don't let it spiral. Stop it in its tracks and replace it with something positive and powerful. For example, when your mind says, "I can't do this," immediately counter it with, "I'm capable, I'm strong, and I will figure this out." When your mind says, "I'm not good enough," respond with, "I am more than enough, and I'm becoming better every day." This isn't about fake positivity. It's about reprogramming your mind to focus on what's possible instead of what's holding you back. It's about shifting your focus from fear to faith, from doubt to confidence, from excuses to action. And the more you do this, the more natural it becomes. Eventually, positivity becomes your default state. And that's when you start attracting the right people, the right opportunities, and the right energy into your life. Another powerful strategy is to control what you expose your mind to. Your environment plays a massive role in shaping your mindset. If you're constantly surrounded by negative people, toxic energy, and destructive content, your mind will reflect that. But when you start feeding your mind with powerful books, motivational content, and positive influences, you elevate your thinking. You start seeing possibilities where others see problems. You start believing in yourself when others doubt you. And that's when you start creating the life you've always dreamed of. You also need to understand the power of gratitude. Gratitude is one of the fastest ways to shift your mindset from negative to positive. When you focus on what you're thankful for, you instantly shift your energy. You stop worrying about what you lack and start appreciating what you have. And the more grateful you are, the more abundance you attract into your life. Every morning before you check your phone or dive into your day, take a few minutes to focus on what you're grateful for. Your health, your family, your opportunities, your dreams, whatever it is, feel that gratitude deeply. This simple practice will rewire your brain for positivity and success. You have to protect your mind like your life depends on it, because it does. Your thoughts are shaping your future right now. If you want to live an extraordinary life, you have to start thinking extraordinary thoughts. You have to believe in yourself when no one else does. You have to visualize your success, feel it, and act on it every single day. And when those negative thoughts try to creep in, because they will, you need to be strong enough to shut them down and replace them with something empowering. This is how you build an unshakable mindset. This is how you become unstoppable. And the best part, once you start controlling your thoughts and maintaining that positive mindset, you'll start attracting the right energy, the right people, and the right opportunities into your life. Your reality will begin to reflect your new way of thinking. And that's when everything changes. So right now, make a decision. Decide that from this moment forward, you're going to control your mind. You're going to feed it with positivity, with belief, with confidence. You're going to stop allowing fear, doubt, and negativity to run your life, because you deserve more. You are capable of more, and your future depends on the thoughts you choose today. Take control of your mind, and you'll take control of your destiny. Number 7, set clear goals and take small steps every day. If you're serious about changing your life, it all starts with one thing: clarity. Without clear goals, you're like a ship sailing without direction, drifting wherever the wind takes you. And that's exactly why most people never achieve the life they dream of. They lack clarity, they lack a vision. They wake up every day going through the motions, hoping that someday things will magically fall into place. But let me tell you something, success doesn't come to those who wait. It comes to those who know exactly what they want and are willing to put in the work, step by step, every single day. You see, when you set clear goals, you give your mind a target to focus on. Your brain is wired to seek solutions and find ways to achieve what you feed it. But when you're vague about what you want, your mind has nothing to work with. So the first step is to get brutally honest with yourself. What do you really want? What kind of life do you want to create? What kind of person do you want to become? Get specific. Don't just say, I want to be successful, or I want to be happy. That's too vague. What does success look like to you? Is it building a business? Is it getting in the best shape of your life? Is it improving your mindset? Write it down. Get clear, because once you know exactly what you want, your mind will start finding ways to make it happen. But here's where most people get it wrong. They set big, ambitious goals, which is great, but then they get overwhelmed. They look at how far they have to go and feel defeated before they even start, and that's why they quit. The secret is to break that big goal down into small, actionable steps. Focus on progress, not perfection. If your goal is to lose weight, don't think about losing 50 pounds in one go. Start with one healthy meal, one workout, one better choice. If your goal is to build a business, don't get lost in the idea of making millions. Focus on one client, one product, one sale. Small steps repeated consistently lead to massive results over time. The reason why this works is simple. Your brain loves progress. Every time you accomplish a small task, your brain releases dopamine, the feel-good chemical that keeps you motivated. And the more you experience that feeling of progress, the more driven you become. This is why successful people build momentum. They stay in the game long enough to see results, while others quit too soon. But here's the truth. Success is not about being perfect. It's about showing up every day and taking those small steps, even when you don't feel like it, even when no one is watching, even when the results are invisible. Because every small action you take is compounding. It's building your confidence. It's building your discipline. And eventually those small steps will lead to a massive breakthrough. Another thing that separates those who achieve their goals from those who don't is their ability to track their progress. You can't improve what you don't measure. So every day track your actions. How much time did you spend working on your goals? How disciplined were you with your habits? What did you accomplish today that moved you closer to your vision? When you track your progress, you stay accountable. You stay focused, and you keep yourself from falling back into old patterns. But let's be real. The journey won't be easy. There will be days when you feel like quitting. There will be moments when doubt creeps in and tells you that you're wasting your time. That's when your mindset becomes your greatest weapon. You have to remind yourself why you started in the first place. Visualize the life you're building. Feel the pride of becoming the person who refuses to give up. And remember, every successful person you admire started exactly where you are right now. They had doubts. They faced failures. But they kept going. And that's exactly what you need to do. So right now, make a commitment to yourself. Decide that from this moment forward, you're going to get clear on what you want. You're going to take small, consistent steps every single day, no matter how you feel. You're going to stay disciplined, track your progress, and refuse to quit when things get tough. Because the truth is, success isn't reserved for the lucky. It's reserved for those who are willing to do what others won't. And if you're willing to put in the work, day after day, the results will come. It's only a matter of time. Number 8. Hold yourself accountable to reach your highest potential. The truth is, no one is coming to save you. No one is going to push you to become the best version of yourself. No one will drag you out of bed when you feel like quitting. And no one will chase you down to make sure you're putting in the work. It's all on you. Your success, your growth, your transformation. It's your responsibility. And that's where true accountability comes in. When you start holding yourself accountable, that's when everything changes. That's when you stop blaming others, stop making excuses, and start owning your journey. When you take full responsibility for your actions, your decisions, and your results, you gain power. Because now you're no longer a victim of circumstances. You're not waiting for the right time, the right opportunity, or the right support. You create those things through discipline and consistent effort. You wake up with purpose. You make decisions based on your goals, not your emotions. And when you fall short, you don't look for excuses. You look in the mirror and ask yourself, what could I have done better? That's what separates winners from those who never reach their potential. But here's the reality. Holding yourself accountable is hard. It requires brutal honesty. It means admitting when you're not giving your best. It means recognizing when you're wasting time on distractions instead of focusing on your mission. And it means being willing to face the discomfort of growth, even when no one is watching. Most people avoid this level of honesty because it's uncomfortable. It forces you to confront your weaknesses and your fears. But that discomfort is exactly what you need to grow. The best way to hold yourself accountable is to set clear, specific goals and create a system to track your progress. Don't just say you want to be successful or you want to be more disciplined. Define what success looks like for you. Is it building your business? Is it getting in the best shape of your life? Is it mastering a new skill? Whatever it is, write it down and break it into daily actions. Then every day, track your progress. Did you put in the work today? Did you stay focused? Did you push through the moments when you felt like quitting? When you track your actions, you can't lie to yourself. You either did the work or you didn't. Another powerful way to hold yourself accountable is to create non-negotiables. These are the things you commit to doing every single day, no matter how you feel. For example, waking up at 5 a.m., hitting the gym, reading for an hour, or working on your side hustle. When you make these actions non-negotiable, you eliminate the option of giving up. You train your mind to follow through, even on the days when your motivation is low. And over time, this builds mental strength and unstoppable discipline. But here's the secret that most people miss. Accountability isn't about perfection. It's about consistency. You will make mistakes, you will have setbacks. But when you hold yourself accountable, you don't let those failures define you. You learn from them. You adjust, and you keep moving forward. That's how you build resilience. That's how you separate yourself from those who quit when things get tough. Surrounding yourself with the right people also plays a huge role in accountability. When you're around people who are driven, disciplined, and focused, their energy pushes you to level up. On the other hand, if you're surrounded by negative, lazy, or unmotivated people, they will pull you down. That's why you need to be intentional about your environment. Find people who challenge you, who inspire you, and who won't let you settle for average. And if you can't find those people right now, be your own motivation. Set the standard for yourself and let your results speak for themselves. The final piece is your mindset. Holding yourself accountable requires self-respect. When you truly respect yourself and value your potential, you won't allow yourself to slack off. You won't accept mediocrity. You'll demand more from yourself because you know what you're capable of. And that's when the game changes. That's when you start making progress faster than ever before. That's when you start achieving things that once felt impossible. Right now, you have two choices. You can keep making excuses, blaming circumstances, and waiting for the perfect moment. Or you can decide that from this moment forward, you're going to hold yourself accountable. You're going to own your actions, your habits, and your results. And you're going to refuse to quit until you reach your highest potential. No one is coming to do it for you. It's all on you. And that's exactly why you're going to succeed. Number 9. Build routines that support your long-term vision. The secret to success is not just in big, bold actions. It's in the small, consistent decisions you make every single day. These small decisions add up, and over time, they shape your destiny. If you want to achieve something truly meaningful, something big, it starts with the routines you build. The habits you establish today will determine who you become tomorrow. The truth is, most people don't think about routines when they're dreaming big, but that's exactly where the foundation is built. Without the right routines, you will never have the structure, discipline, and momentum to reach your highest potential. You may have heard the phrase, success is in the details, and it couldn't be more true when it comes to the routines that shape your life. Think about it. If you wake up every day and spend the first 30 minutes scrolling on your phone or procrastinating, how is that day going to go? If you spend your evenings distracted, binge-watching shows instead of focusing on personal growth, how will that affect your long-term vision? The routine you choose to follow on a daily basis will either bring you closer to your vision or push you further away from it. So let's talk about building routines that actually support your long-term goals. First, it's important to understand that routines don't happen overnight. It takes time to establish patterns, and those patterns need to align with where you want to go. If you want to be a successful entrepreneur, for example, your daily routine needs to revolve around things like planning, learning, networking, and taking action. If you want to get in shape, your routine has to include workouts, proper nutrition, and rest. Whatever your vision is, your daily routine should be a reflection of that vision. And the best part, once you establish a solid routine, you don't have to think about it. Your habits become second nature. Your mornings, your evenings, the hours in between, they all become a reflection of who you are and who you're working to become. This is where the power of consistency comes in. You don't need to be perfect every day, but if you consistently show up and take action, no matter how small, you're going to see results. It's the compound effect. Little actions over time add up to huge results. But here's the thing that most people don't realize. Your routine needs to be aligned with your energy and priorities. The key to success isn't doing more. It's doing what matters most. You don't need to be busy all the time. You need to be productive in the areas that move the needle toward your long-term goals. And that starts with being intentional about how you spend your time. If you're not intentional with your routine, your day will slip away without you even realizing. You'll look up and wonder where the time went. But when you intentionally design your days around your long-term vision, every moment counts. Let's talk about the mornings for a second. How you start your day sets the tone for everything that comes after. If you wake up and immediately check your phone, you're already starting your day reacting to things outside of your control. But if you start your day with intention, whether it's by getting in a workout, reading, journaling, or planning your goals, you're setting yourself up for success. It's not just about waking up early, it's about how you use that time to feed your mind, body, and spirit. And the more you make that a part of your routine, the more you're stacking the odds in your favor. The same goes for your evening. How you end your day is just as important as how you start it. If you end your day stressed out, distracted, or unproductive, you're carrying that energy into the next day. But when you end your day with a sense of accomplishment and a plan for tomorrow, you're mentally preparing yourself to keep moving forward. It's about creating closure and setting yourself up for a successful tomorrow. Reflect on what you've done, what you've learned, and what's next. Then go to bed knowing that you've done everything you could to move closer to your vision. A huge part of building routines that support your long-term vision is being patient. Building the right habits takes time. You're not going to see massive overnight success just because you've started a new routine, but you will see progress if you're consistent, and that progress will fuel your momentum. The small actions you take today, whether it's reading a book, working on a project, or improving your health, are all investments in your future self. You are literally building the life you want, one small action at a time. And if you stay consistent, that life will be inevitable. Here's where most people go wrong. They think that success is a destination, but it's not. It's a journey. And the journey is built on the daily routines you follow. You don't wake up one day and magically have everything you want. It's the consistent effort, the routines, the habits that compound over time that get you there. The key is to make sure your routines are aligned with your vision. If you're not building routines that move you toward your goals, then you're building routines that move you away from them. It's that simple. So look at your life right now and ask yourself, are your routines supporting your vision or sabotaging it? If you want to change your life, it all starts with how you spend your time. Are you designing your day around what's going to get you closer to your dreams? If not, it's time to change that. Start small. Start with one habit, one routine, and build from there. Over time, those small, consistent actions will lead to massive transformation. Now is the time to take control. Design routines that are in alignment with your long-term goals. Invest in the habits that will help you become the person you've always wanted to be. Success doesn't come by chance. It comes by design. And the design of your life starts with the routines you build today. Number 10. Take full responsibility for your time and energy. Your time and energy are two of the most precious resources you have. When you realize just how valuable they are, you begin to understand that nothing else can take their place. Everything you do, everything you achieve, every success or failure you experience comes down to how you choose to use your time and energy. Every single day you are faced with a choice. How will you spend your time and what will you invest your energy into? And here's the truth. It's all on you. If you want to take control of your life, if you want to live a life that's on your terms, the first thing you need to do is take full responsibility for your time and energy. No one else can do this for you. Taking full responsibility for your time and energy means no longer blaming anyone or anything for how your day goes. It means understanding that your actions, or inactions, are the driving force behind what you accomplish. If you're constantly running out of time, or if you're feeling drained and stuck, it's because you've allowed other people, distractions, and circumstances to take control. But the truth is, you have the power to change that. You can reclaim your time and energy, and with that power, you can shape your future. Think about this for a moment. How often do you find yourself giving away your energy to things that don't serve you? Maybe it's engaging in negative conversations, or maybe it's scrolling aimlessly on social media. You can easily waste hours without even realizing it. And by the end of the day, you're left feeling tired, overwhelmed, and unproductive. That's not a coincidence. That's a direct result of not taking responsibility for your time and energy. If you want to change the outcome, you have to change how you manage both. It all starts with awareness. The first step in taking full responsibility is recognizing where your time and energy are going. You need to take a hard look at your daily habits and routines and see how much of your day is spent on things that don't move you forward. Are you investing your time in what truly matters? Are you prioritizing your goals, your health, your relationships? Or are you letting distractions, negativity, and procrastination steal your precious moments? When you take responsibility for how you spend your time, you start to make better decisions. You stop wasting time on things that don't align with your vision and begin to make the most of every single moment. The next step is to take responsibility for your energy. Every single action you take, every choice you make, costs you energy. Your energy is a finite resource, and you can't afford to waste it. Think about the people in your life, the ones who drain your energy. Maybe it's the people who constantly complain, or the ones who bring drama into your life. Maybe it's the negative self-talk that you allow to run through your mind. You have to be honest with yourself about where your energy is going. Are you investing it in things that uplift you, or are you giving it to things that keep you stuck and overwhelmed? When you take responsibility for your energy, you stop allowing others or external circumstances to dictate how you feel. You become the master of your emotional state. You choose what to focus on, what to let go of, and what to put your energy toward. It's not always easy. It requires you to set boundaries and make tough decisions. But once you start managing your energy with intention, everything changes. You'll find yourself feeling more focused, more motivated, and more at peace, because you're no longer wasting energy on things that drain you. One of the most powerful ways to take responsibility for your time and energy is by creating boundaries. Boundaries are essential. If you want to protect your energy, they allow you to say no to things that don't serve your goals, your health, or your happiness. They give you the freedom to say yes to what matters most. If you don't set boundaries, you'll find yourself saying yes to everyone and everything, which means you're saying no to your own goals and dreams. Setting boundaries might feel uncomfortable at first, especially if you're used to pleasing others or avoiding conflict. But it's one of the most important steps you can take toward taking control of your life. But boundaries aren't just about saying no to others. They're also about saying no to yourself. This means not allowing distractions to take you off course. It means putting your phone down when you're working, turning off notifications, and eliminating the things that steal your time and energy. Taking responsibility for your time and energy means being fully present in whatever you're doing. It means giving your full attention to your work, your relationships, and your health, without letting your mind wander to a million other things. When you do this, you stop spreading yourself too thin and start making real progress. Now let's talk about how you can use your time and energy to fuel your goals. When you take responsibility for how you spend your time and where you put your energy, you start to see opportunities everywhere. You begin to recognize that the way you use your time today will determine what your life looks like tomorrow. If you want to grow your business, get in better shape, or build stronger relationships, it all starts with how you use your time and energy right now. By being intentional about where you invest yourself, you're taking the steps necessary to reach your highest potential. Taking full responsibility for your time and energy means not making excuses. It means stopping the cycle of procrastination and telling yourself that you'll start tomorrow. It means being disciplined and consistent, even when it feels hard or uncomfortable. It's about owning your choices, being honest with yourself, and showing up every day with the intention to make progress. When you take full responsibility, you stop waiting for things to happen. You take control, and you make things happen. It's time to stop letting life happen to you. It's time to start taking charge of your time and energy, and using them to create the life you deserve. It's all on you. No one else can do it for you. When you take responsibility, you step into your power. You stop being a passive observer in your own life and become an active creator of your future. Take control of your time. Take control of your energy. When you do, there's nothing that can stop you.